Damn, man. I was all set to make my video, just kind of recapping the entire card of what happened in Japan today, over in Tokyo, Japan, the Murata versus N'Dam card. But now I gotta split it up because I gotta talk about Murata versus N'Dam just on its own. Somehow the judges gave a split decision to Hassan N'Dam. 116, 111, 115, 112, and 117, 110. I guess the 117, 110 was for Murata. But there is no way in hell that N'Dam won that fight. I gave N'Dam one round. I gave him the first round, and then everything after that was all Murata. I can see an argument for the second and even maybe the third round going to N'Dam, but I mean, for one, Murata dropped him. Yeah, he dropped him in the fourth round officially, and then he dropped him about 5 other times unofficially. But this fucking idiot ref, Luis Pabon, the worst ref in boxing history, the absolute worst ref in boxing history, Luis Pabon, this fucking moron never called any of the goddamn knockdowns, even though it was clear that the ropes were holding N'Dam up repeatedly, even though it was clear that during one of those quote-unquote slips that he got nailed high up on the fucking temple and went down on his knees like a bitch. And this, oh my god, man. I don't even know. This is the worst robbery I've ever seen. This is the worst decision I've ever seen. Bar none. Bar none. This is worse than Casamayor versus Santa Cruz. Jose Armando Santa Cruz, Leo's brother. This is worse than Liborio Solis getting robbed against Jamie McDonald. This is worse than last year, Darly Perez against Maurice Hooker. This was fucked up, man. Murata whooped Hassan N'Dam's ass. I was just about to make this video all excited that, oh, finally, we have a legitimate mandatory challenger for the winner of Golovkin versus Canelo, because this was for the WBA interim or regular belt. So, you know, basically the mandatory position. I was thinking like, oh shit, Murata whooped this dude's ass worse than Quillen did, and he did it worse than Lemieux did. I mean, honestly, he did it worse. He beat N'Dam more clearly than both of them did combined. And yet, he didn't get a fucking decision. And in Japan, of all places, too. I don't even know what to say, man. That shit is ridiculous. Man, the referee sucks. And the 2 judges that scored it for N'Dam suck. Like, straight up, fuck suspended them. They should be fucking fired from life. They shouldn't be able to get a fucking job doing any goddamn thing. Them and the fucking ref. Because then this is a terrible fucking decision, man. This was bad. This was bad. Like, this is worse than fuck Holyfield Lewis. But man, fuck everything else. This was a fucking robbery, man. Murata whooped Hassan N'Dam's ass. He destroyed N'Dam. This wasn't even close. This fight wasn't even close. Like, N'Dam, like, as much of a work rate as he showed in the fight, because, I mean, he showed himself to be scrappy, as he usually does, even when he was losing, when he lost to Quillen, when he lost to Lemieux. He was hitting nothing but gloves. There was a punch at the end of the first round. There was a punch, and this is a round that I thought N'Dam actually won, but there was a punch that Murata landed at the end of the first round that N'Dam had his gloves high up, you know, in a high guard, protecting his face. Murata threw a right hand, and it hit N'Dam's own left glove, and N'Dam's own glove hit himself in the face and knocked N'Dam like almost completely over the fucking top rope. Like, that's the level of power that Murata was showing in the punches that he landed, and even the ones that he didn't land, even the ones that were technically blocked, quote unquote. And he was forcing the man to fucking hit himself with his own gloves. I don't know how. And somehow won that decision. Man. Yo. Man. N'Dam's got some pictures of some people, man. He's got some dirt on somebody or something, because there's no way in hell that he won that fight. Man, the commentators were shocked. The commentators, when they heard the decision, were like, oh, like you know, I don't speak Japanese, but like, just listening to him, like, you don't even have to speak the language to know that. They were like, what the fuck is that? when they first heard the first judge that scored it for N'Dam. And like Murata just looked shocked in the aftermath of the decision. He was looking like, what the fuck happened? Like, how did I lose that? There's no way. There's no way that he lost that fight. And he whooped Hassan N'Dam's ass. That fight wasn't even close. Man, that was a travesty. Oh shit. I don't know what the odds were on this fight even, but maybe somebody got handsomely paid based off of that, man, because that's fucking insane. That's fucking insane. I mean, especially considering the fact that, I mean, just to touch on the rest of the card, Ganagan Lopez lost to Kenshiro, lost a 12-round decision. I didn't get a chance to actually see the fight because they didn't broadcast it on the stream that I was watching on Fuji TV live, but it looked like it was a gritty fight, and it looked like Lopez was actually getting the better of it in the highlights that they showed in the 12th round when they showed it and everything. So, I mean, if Kenshiro could get a majority decision in what looked like a grueling close, like maybe fight of the year candidate type fight, how the fuck does Ryota Murata not get a decision in a fight that he clearly dominated? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. I'll touch on the Lopez versus Kenshiro fight in another video once I get a chance to actually watch that fight in full, review the footage and everything. And you know what? I'm gonna make a separate video for the Daigo Higa versus Chorritos Hernandez fight, because that fight deserves its own placement. You know, it deserves its own analysis because it was a really good performance. But man, like, cause I can't let those two fights be completely shaded by how fucking terrible of a decision this was. This was awful. This was really bad, man. Like, this is the type of shit that like if I was Murata, like I'm sure he's not gonna do anything like this, but like I'd be looking to fuck one of those judges up. Like, I'd be ready to kill a motherfucker over that. Like, that's not even funny. I'm not even playing. This is people's livelihoods. And yeah, I mean, he whooped N'Dam's ass, man. There's no way he lost that fight at all. Period.